then he can't say the same about me. But I do appreciate Brother and Sister Noel, their close friends. I appreciate all of you, and let me just say, I've only been a newcomer just for a few months here in the community, but I am so thankful for all of the friends that we're learning and getting to know and meet, and I'm thankful for, and I'm going to be a biased pastor when I say this, I'm so thankful for my church. Amen. The best church in the world. Amen. I love them, and they have been so good to their pastor, and I appreciate them. I told them this morning, I said, if you get a chance to come out tonight and support me, I said, I may go down there and they might not like me, and they may beat me up tonight. I need some backup in case that happens. And I appreciate all of the Lynch family being here tonight. Amen. Enjoyed your music. Let me just say, we were talking a few months ago, or not even a few months ago, it was about a month ago. We were in Walmart one night, and we were talking about music, and we talked about the song Two Cousins, and I said, I had never heard that song. And so he said, oh man, it's a great song, So I had to go home and YouTube it, and I figured, okay, if Tommy Bates can sing it, it's pretty good. So I've listened to it for I don't know how many times since then, and I appreciate you doing that for me tonight. Sister Princess, let me just say, we about got started in church tonight. Now, Sister Princess, I want to give you a little few pointers from Chicago. Chicago, West Indian Haitian churches, when I would go into the downtown city to minister, they'd start with that song, but we sang it not just about 5 minutes, we'd sing it a good 30 minutes. and Jesus spoke to not just the drunkard and the whiner. By the time they got through, he spoke to the narcotics. And then they put that little flair to it. And a while ago, I had to catch myself because I was about to get my dance on. Appreciate it so very much. Pastor Dole asked me to come by and share tonight with you a ministry that I have had for several years, and that's a ministry to children of the world is what I would say, but we have zoned in on Europe. We have a ministry now. It's a Church of God World Missions Ministry, and it's called Europe's Child. And we try to go at least twice a year and minister to, more specifically, gypsy children in Europe. And as I have traveled on many different missions trips in 14, 15 different countries in Europe, the thing that the Lord always has put across my path is gypsy children. Now, let me just tell you, we call them gypsies. Their politically correct name is Roma, and many times people will confuse that with specifically just Romania. Gypsies are all over the world, and so we have zoned in and ministering to them. Now, I know you probably have watched TLC and you've seen My Gypsy Wedding. That is nothing like gypsies in Europe. They are the poorest of the poor. Mm-hmm. They are truly the last, the least, and the lost. And just to give you an example, last year we were in Colorado, Romania, and we went to a Muslim Turkish gypsy village. And we ministered to some gypsy children that we partner with a ministry called Outstretched Hands of Romania. And that ministry has set up a dream center, they call it, in the middle of one of the poorest conditions in all of the world. I've been to Africa, and I've seen some poor conditions, but this is probably one of the poorest areas I have ever been a part of. And so they have a ministry there, and we walk through that village, and those kids there's only one little spigot. Anybody know what that word is? Yeah. Okay, I can pick that about my language, but there's a water faucet, if you will, in the village, and it sits in the city dome. And that's where all the villagers go and get their water for cooking, for drinking, whatever. We were there and we ministered to kids, and as I left Romania, just right after that, the winter set in, and they had one of the harshest winters that they had ever had. And many of the homes that we had visited were homes that did not have doors on them, and poor conditions. A lot of gypsies are in bondage to drugs if they can get it, alcohol, various kinds of addictions. There's a lot of incest, a lot of rape, a lot of prostitution. And so while we were there, when we came home, I spoke with Brad Hayes, the director of Outstretched Hands Romania, and I said, Brother Brad, I said, tell me, how did they make it through the winter? Because I remember those houses with no doors on them, just little hut-type homes. And he said, you know, Pastor, he said, it was a very hard winter. He said it was one of the worst on record in Europe. And he said, literally, the gypsy people in our village were burning tires. They were burning plastic, anything they could burn to stay warm. He said, we allowed them into the dream center in the daytime, but we could not allow them, or we didn't have a facility to keep them overnight. He said, so we would allow them in there to stay warm during the day. He said that the nights were long and hard, cold winter. And so the Lord has given us a vision to minister to gypsy children. And what we do is we go to various countries throughout Europe, and we minister in gypsy villages. And one of the things that we do is we partner with ministries that are there. Okay, we're not trying to recreate the wheel. We find a ministry that is doing a good work, and we partner with them. And so what we do is we provide humanitarian aid. One of the things we like to do is we call them bags of hope. And we try to get a school bag or some type of bag, and we put hygiene products, we put food in there, and we minister to kids through food. A lot of gypsy children do not get food. Again, you got to realize gypsies are the outcasts of society. Nobody wants them. The government doesn't want them. They're not documented, and so the government says, we don't want to feed you, we don't want to help you, because it takes away from our people. And so they are really the last of the last. And so we provide bags of hope. We provide this coming March, we're going to be going to Medjugorje, which is on the Black Sea. Medjugorje is 20% Muslim. And so we're going and we're trying to get into the villages there and make a difference. Because one thing you'll find as you study the gypsy culture, they're very receptive to the gospel or to the religious message of the area. And so if we can infiltrate the area with the gospel of Jesus Christ, they'll be receptive. And so we're going to be going to Medjugorje. We're going to be carrying, the request is, they need children's vitamins. A lot of malnourishment, a lot of sickness. And so we're going to be carrying children's vitamins, children's medicines. We're going to be carrying lice shampoo. Believe it or not, that is very rampant in those areas. And so we're going to be carrying those types of things. And we're going to be partnering with several ministries. Another ministry, and I was going to show you a video, but we could not get it uploaded. We're partnering with another ministry called Kids Romania. And basically, Kids Romania does about 5 different things, and they do them well. They have started a junior Bible quiz program in every church that they come minister to. They do a junior Bible quiz because it's important that kids get the Word of God. Amen. Mm-hmm. And so they provide a junior Bible quiz ministry. They provide food assistance or humanitarian